What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. I apologize for me looking really messy right now, but I have some crazy news and a story to tell you guys of what has happened within the few days. So on Saturday, you guys won't believe it, but I got my truck back. I got it recovered. Thank God. I'm very, very thankful that I got the truck back. It's just not in the condition that I would have hoped, but I did expect. Unfortunately, they ripped off a lot of the stuff. I'm gonna show you guys how the truck looks right now. I'm standing in front of it, but just to tell you guys, it has been recovered. I'm gonna go into the full story here in a second of what has happened. So basically what happened was on Saturday, this past Saturday, I was really just at a barbecue, like a Cars and Coffee barbecue with my FD, and all of a sudden I get a call from the police department saying like, hey, we recovered your truck. I just want to let you know that we're here ready to tow it, or if you want to tow it yourself. Mind you, I was already like maybe 40 minutes away from the location in San Jose, so I told them just go ahead and tow it to the tow yard for now. Yes, that was a mistake, but I had really no choice at the time. So they went ahead and towed it to the tow yard, and I basically get to the tow yard maybe like close to an hour and a half before they close, and the guy rips me off on the price. He tells me, you know, just for an hour it's $425 for the gate fee and towing it to the tow yard. Guys, tow yards are such a ripoff. They really rip you a fast one. It's crazy like how much money they make. But anyways, so I had to pay $425. Thankfully, I have AAA towing. I was able to tow the truck out of there. Here's some footages that I took on my phone vertically of how the truck looked. And really, I'm so glad I was able to tow it to a shop that I know is very trustworthy. Due to security reasons, I'm not gonna say the name of the shop, but thankfully it's restored. I'm currently working on it right now. You know, they ripped off a lot of the interior and exterior pieces, but it's still a clean title. Got fresh plates on it, and I honestly think I can get it close to what I had before, but not exactly, and still get some good money for it. So again, just really thankful that I have the truck back, and you know, that money that I would have thought I lost is actually back somewhat. Still have to spend some money on restoring it, but let me just show you guys what's going on. And here's the truck. She's back. So thankfully, just from this side of the truck, everything looks like it's normal, right? You know, they didn't jack the wheels and tires. You know, the bed itself looks fine. The tailgate, they did rip off the bumper. They ripped off a lot of the interior pieces, as you guys saw already in like the few clips before, but just to show you now. So yeah, a lot of the door card is gone. Some of the interior pieces, they took out my gauge cluster. Of course, my stereo's gone. The headliner seems fine, but they took out the lights. Honestly, the randomest things ever that you could have thought of, they took out. It sucks. Just a lot of the money that I put into this thing is unfortunately lost. But thankfully, with, you know, Chevy and GM parts, if you get aftermarket or like a marketplace, the price is really not too bad for them. For example, like the gauge cluster I found on like Facebook Marketplace, at most is like $150 or so for like a rebuilt one with lights and everything. Door cards at most are at like $250 for like you know, the both driver's side and passenger side. Covers like this is probably like 25 bucks. So really, yes, it sucks, you know, putting money back into it, but at least it's not like super expensive parts. And a lot of it I'm actually able to recover, meaning like it's not discontinued or anything. So yep, this is the front bumper. Well, really the whole front end. Unfortunately, it's done, it's gone. Headlights, grill, front bumper that I waited so long to get, they jacked that. But thankfully I asked my buddy who made the bumper if I could still put like an OEM one on, and he said yeah, the original mounting points shouldn't be affected, so at least I could still make the truck look back to how it was originally, like OEM. And yeah, I mean, all the parts for the lights and grills, thankfully not too expensive. But yeah, that's the front end. The engine bay also really isn't that bad. Like the motor and transmission is all still there. Really weird they kept all this stuff. The only thing missing was the battery. So the battery that you're seeing now is a brand new one. And honestly, I was able to fire this truck up just yesterday and it was running just fine. I just don't know how much gas it has or anything because there's no gauge. But other than that, you know, she fires right up, thank God. It's running good. I just haven't put in driver reverse or anything yet to see how it actually drives. And then coming to this mess, so a lot of the parts I actually had already replaced just within the few days, but there is a new axle here that they jacked. The lower control arm, it was basically busted, so I ordered a new one, and I'm waiting for the torsion bar, which they also took on the driver's side, to come in. Once the torsion bar comes in, then I can put the control arm in. Then I can replace the shock with Bilstein's shocks that I used to have, which provided the 4-inch lift. And really, I'm able to like essentially put the wheel back on and honestly drive it again. But the biggest thing was really the axle, the control arm, and the torsion bar. So oh yeah, and lastly, they actually ripped off my ABS sensors, so this is a brand new one that I installed. So give or take, I've been working on the truck for about like maybe 3-4 days, a little bit each time after work. So it's been tough, but you know, able to put the effort in to make it happen and put a little bit more into it so I can at least get a lot out of it. And of course the rear bumper is gone, so it's unfortunate because like it was a really nice rear bumper that I had, but they took that away from me, and at least I could still put an OEM one back on, so there's that. Also, the rear shocks as well are gone. Again, a lot of the, you know, the whole entire diff, the rear axles, the exhaust, the cats, everything are still there. So I'm actually really thankful that there's not too much more that I need to replace other than the stuff that I mentioned already. It could have been a lot worse, but still, I'm thankful that at least most of the truck is here, especially the motor and transmission. And lastly that I could see was the harness for my license plate light, which is this. They ripped off, so that's only like what, 15 bucks on Amazon or something. Honestly, a lot of the parts for this truck I can get and source is from Amazon. So, and then thankfully the bed is still good, the condition of the bed is still good, but they did rip off my little Paragon truck tonneau cover that I used to have. Otherwise guys, that's pretty much it. That's a quick summary. That's all I really can say for now on the truck. I'm just glad that I have it back. I really want to get it to the point where I can just restore it and then sell it, because as of right now, unfortunately I just don't have anywhere to store it. Because of that, it could get stolen again. I just don't want to go through that anymore. Other than that guys, that's pretty much it. I will make another video on any updates on the truck once it's all up and running, drivable. I'll give more updates then, but other than that, that's pretty much it for now guys. I will catch you guys later, and I will keep you guys updated as always. See ya.